Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me here. And if you joined us right when we started, apologies for the fire alarm that was going off. I hope that you're okay. And we're fine here, definitely fine here. And just glad that it works. Need those warnings when you need them, right? Let me make sure that equipment works. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Welcome. I hope that you are having a wonderful day where you are. And indeed, I hope that we have a wonderful day together. Another story awaits, and this one coming to us today from Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for allowing us to read this beautiful book here on Storytime. I cannot wait to share it, and it is called Everywhere with You. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. It is written by CARLIE, SOROSIAK, and illustrations by DEVON, HALZWORth. And I love this one. I hope that you get to enjoy it. It is Everywhere with You. Coming up very shortly. I hope you enjoy this one. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And as always, please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you, ready to enjoy this wonderful, wonderful story. Thank you so much indeed. And talking about everywhere, is there a tower on these that is in your neighborhood? I know I don't see the Seattle Space Needle over there, so apologies to my friends in Seattle. But yeah, there are different towers of the world. And exciting to see those, or see some of them at least. And I hope that that puts into perspective some of those heights that are out there. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Always a pleasure to be here with you. And like I said, always something on Storytime, and I love it. Today was the fire alarm. Thank you so much for joining in, but we're okay and ready to go. Thank you for being here. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you. How are you doing today, Ari? And of course, Megan, and say Maple Kitty is watching. Well, Maple, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. How is it out there in Kentucky? Thank you for being here with us in out here in Oakland. We're okay. It has been extremely hot by Oakland standards. Has been hot. Today, I think we might have a high of 78, so it was cooling down a little bit. But I think we're back again up into the late 80s, high 80s, low 90s for into the weekend. So yeah, it'll be pretty hot out here. If you're out here, please remember to hydrate, sunblock, and everything else that is needed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Good to see you here with us, Ari, and of course Megan and Maple. Thank you for joining in Storytime, and of course Kathy, saying hi to you as well out there in Ohio. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Good morning to everybody that is joining us later on for the recordings. Well, we thank you for being here with us, and we hope that you enjoy the story. Keep sending us your recommendations. We do have a wonderful book to read together. Everywhere with You, written by CARLIE, SOROSIAK, illustrations by DEVON, HALZWORth, and we are reading this one with permission of Candlewick Press. And of course, it is published by Walker Books, an imprint of Candlewick. So thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. I hope that you're ready for this wonderful, wonderful story. Thank you so much for being here. Catch me on the other side of this short break when we're back with more Storytime.
Hi, I'm Georgianne Irvine from the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, and I am the author of our newest hope and inspiration book, Teaching Tornero, the True Story of a Sloth Superstar. And I'm going to be reading this book to you on Storytime with Mr. LaMotta. I'm very, very excited. I think you're going to love getting to know Tornero. He's a very special sloth.
Aw. And I hope that you enjoyed meeting Tornero too when Tornero did come to Storytime with Georgianne Irvine, of course, and reading that book was amazing and also great conversation. So if you missed it, go back to the archives and find it and get to enjoy with us. But today we're here everywhere with you. Yes, everywhere with you is better. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. This one is written by CARLIE, SOROSIAK, illustrations by DEVON, HALZWORTH, and we're reading this one with permission of Candlewick Press. This book is published by Walker Books, an imprint of Candlewick Press. Thank you indeed to all the creators out there for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. And today, everywhere with you. Here we go. Everywhere with you. Oh, this is the other thing too. We have to check out the inside cover. So this is the cover on the inside once you take off the sleeve. But yeah, I thought you should see that too. Isn't that beautiful? I love those illustrations. So colorful, so vibrant. All right, how about those end papers though? Love it. Yeah. You ready for a story? All right, here we go. Everywhere with You. Written by CARLIE, SOROSIAK. Illustrations by DEVON, HALZWORTH. Published by Walker Books, an imprint of Candlewick Press. Read with permission of Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Everywhere with You. Here are two houses, and that's the fence between them. Aren't these illustrations gorgeous? Here are two houses, and that's the fence between them. On one side is a dog. Every night he howls under the star-speckled sky, or digs large holes by the overgrown hedges. Sometimes he glances back at his tail, watching it move, just so he feels less alone. Oh. His ears always perk at night noises, bush critters jumping, elm branches swaying, and now, right now, footsteps soft through the grass on the other side of the fence. Who could it be? Who's there? Here are two houses, and in between them is a fence. On one side is a dog. Every night he howls under the star-speckled sky, or digs large holes by the overgrown hedges. Sometimes he glances back at his tail, watching it move, just so he feels less alone. His ears always perk at night noises, bush critters jumping, elm branches swaying, and now, right this minute, footsteps soft through the grass on the other side of the fence. Who could it be? Who's there? Who could it be now? A human, a girl. She pokes her finger through the rails, and the dog wiggle walks, tail swishing so fast, back and forth, and back and forth. And you're friendly, she says. Suddenly, there is a peanut butter cracker right by his nose. You want it? Yes, he says with a great big sniff, and gobbles it quickly under the inky sky. Whoa. Anybody for a good snack? Yum, yum, yum. She comes back the next night. She comes back the next night too, when the clouds grow dark, when the porch lights flicker, books balanced in her arms. I hope you don't mind, she says. Aw. I've noticed that no one ever plays with you, and I like reading out loud. These are my favorites. He doesn't mind at all. Her voice curls like a ribbon in the dark. Aw. She comes back the next night, too. When the clouds grow dark, when the porch lights flicker, books balanced in her arms. I hope you don't mind, she says. I've noticed that no one ever plays with you, and I like reading out loud. These are my favorites. He doesn't mind at all. Her voice curls like a ribbon in the dark. Oh. Ah, love it too, Harry. Love it too. I love this book. The first story is about a deep sea kingdom, shimmering mermaids, emerald fins. In his mind, he's underwater. He's there. That night, he has magnificent dreams. The first story is about a deep sea kingdom, shimmering mermaids, emerald fins. In his mind, he's underwater. He's there. That night, he has magnificent dreams. Oh. Right, Kathy? Such beautiful illustrations in this book. Yeah. Talking about this first story being from the deep sea kingdom, this otherworldly, and I feel like that's how these images look like. So beautiful. Soon, every time the sun sets, the girl appears at the fence, sharing cheddar snacks with him, reading books with him. Have you ever wanted, she asks, to be someone else? So they become pirates and dragon riders and magicians with silver wands. Wow. The beauty of books, right? The power of books. Soon, every time the sun sets, the girl appears at the fence, sharing cheddar snacks with him, reading books with him. Have you ever wanted, she asks, to be someone else? And so they become pirates and dragon riders and magicians with silver wands. Wow. She keeps reading in the fall, in winter, in spring. In summer, she brings out cool pops and reads stories as the fireflies glint around them. That's the best part. The worst part is goodbye. Tomorrow? Tomorrow. I can relate. This is the best part for sure. Reading with you all. But leaving, oh my goodness, it's so hard. The worst part is goodbye. Tomorrow? Tomorrow. All day he waits for night noises, for the screen door opening, for her footsteps in the summer grass. Is it time yet? Is she on her way? Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Then one night, he sees something through bright windows next door. The girl and her parents circled around a table, playing a game. The sound of laughter trickles into the yard. He's never been inside a human house. He can feel it all. How the girl and her family are together, how they love one another, and he wants this to be with them more than all the stars in the sky. Aw. Digging at the warm earth, but the ground is too hard. Leaping through the night sky, through the night air, but the fence is too high. So he has to wait. He has no choice but to wait and howl as loud as he can. Aw. Yes, sees this and he says, I want this. Digging at the warm earth, but the ground is too hard. Leaping through the night air, but the fence is too high. So he has to wait. He has no choice but to wait and howl as loud as he can. Howl. The girl bursts from her house and runs to the fence. The girl bursts from her house and runs to the fence. It's okay, she says, pressing her nose to his. It's okay, I'm here. Nightjars croon, fireflies flit. Did you know, the girl whispers, that this is my favorite time of the day? Being here with you. And he tells her with soft eyes, mine, it's mine too. Aw. Good morning to you, April and Jemison. Thank you for joining in. Alicia and Lily, hopefully we don't wake you up. Thank you. Oh, and did you know, the girl whispers, this is my favorite time of the day, being here with you. And he tells her with soft eyes, mine, it's mine too. Oh. That evening, the girl spins a story of her own. The two of them sailing to a forgotten island, breaking an ancient curse, tearing down an enchanted wall. Whoa. That sounds really cool. Yes, that evening, the girl spins a story of her own. The two of them sailing to a forgotten island, breaking an ancient curse, tearing down an enchanted wall. Wow. Such adventure. It's the best story yet. It's the best story yet. Nights later, the sky erupts, thunder and lightning, and sideways rain. Swoosh, whoosh, whoosh, just like that. A hole. He peeks his way through, footsteps careful like the girls. Oh. Barking at the back door. It's me, it's me, it's me. Fingers in his fur. It's you, it's you. In a new room, a towel ruffles his coat. I just spoke with the neighbors, her mom says. They've seen you reading together and have been wondering for a while, would we like to keep him? Oh. Oh. Yes. In the new room, a towel ruffles his coat. I just spoke with the neighbors, her mom says. They've seen you reading together and they've been wondering for a while, would we like to keep him? Aw. Where should we travel tonight? The girl asks, after he's clean and dry and home. A secret garden? The circus? A new world? Anywhere, he says, and everywhere with you. Aw. Anywhere, everywhere with you. Aw. And that is the end of our story. Thank you so much for joining in today. Everywhere with you. This one is written by CARLIE, illustrations by DEVON. It is published by Walker Books, an imprint of Candlewick Press, and a big thank you indeed to Candlewick Press for allowing us to share this wonderful book here on Storytime. Everywhere with you. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Please catch me on the other side of this short break when we're back with more story time.
Hello, I'm Brianna Karzu, the author and illustrator of Lou, and you're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamada.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you, Brianna Kazoo. If you've not checked out Lou, we should do that. And of course, we did have Brianna Kazoo here on Storytime. So great conversation and of course, a wonderful book as well. And the new book too, Greenlight, is out from Brianna Kazoo. So do check out Greenlight as well when you are at your local library or indeed wherever else that you get books. This has been Storytime for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. I am glad we were here together, but you know what? It's not over because we're back again tomorrow with another exciting story, bringing back another favorite here on Storytime. And tomorrow, well, we're over the moon. Always happy to be here with you. Join us tomorrow. This one coming to us from James Primus and Zoe Abbott. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for more Storytime over the moon. And I don't know if you were able to look out yesterday and see the spectacular moon that was out there too. So I happened to be sitting outside yesterday and just looked up, and there was just this beautiful moon, huge yellow moon, just above the houses across the street from me. It was really beautiful, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So hopefully tonight's still out. If you are able, where you are, or maybe pick out the window, hopefully you're able to see it too. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it that we're here together, and of course reading books together. What more could we ask for? Thank you for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful day. This has been our story, Everywhere with You, written by CARLIE, SOROSIAK, and of course DEVON, HALZWORTH, and Walker Books, an imprint of Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Let us see one more time who is with us here on Storytime, enjoying that wonderful book. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes. I saw the moon last night. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely appreciate that. And sometimes too, that is also one of those things, right? Like when you're looking at the moon or something in the sky, something that is a shared thing, right? It's like looking at the same thing, connected at the same time, and not realizing it because we're in different places. But I'm glad you got to see it too. Ari and Megan, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you one more time, April and Jemison. Thank you so much for joining us. And I see that Lindley is now awake. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you. I hope that you have a wonderful day at school today. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. And of course, Alicia, still sleeping. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Please have yourselves a wonderful day out there in Orange County. Thank you indeed. And Kathy, you say beautiful pictures. I agree with you 100%. Beautiful book, beautiful illustrations, beautiful story. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Yes, care, love, and indeed sharing time with loved ones. Absolutely appreciated. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. And yes, Ari, spreading the love right there. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. And of course, you're joining in with Megan and today with Maypo as well. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Yes, please catch us again tomorrow when we bring back Over the Moon, coming to us right here on Storytime from Chronicle Books. Yes, our friends at Chronicle Books, always supporting Storytime. Thank you so much for being here with us. This has been Storytime for today. I am absolutely excited we're here together. And a good reminder too as well, stay hydrated with this heat. PE was brutal yesterday. I can only imagine. I did see kids, I think I was out doing a few distributions of materials out yesterday about 1:32, and it was unbearable outside, and I saw his group of kids playing soccer. I was like, how are you doing it right now? So I can only imagine. Yeah, so I hope that everybody please take heed. Remember to hydrate. Remember too, if there's shade, you can find some shade, tuck in there. Don't forget your sunblock. Please make sure that you take care of yourself and remind others as well too. Remind others to do that. Thank you so much for joining in. Hey, Pro Booker, we know what's up, right? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Well, to everybody that's been joining in Storytime today, we send you love. And of course, we hope to see you on many more Storytimes here. Whenever you can make it live here, always happy. But of course, if you miss us, remember you can catch Storytime at storytimewithmrlimada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Limada, right here on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with another exciting story. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing my neighborhood story time. Ooh, story time. Story time with Mr. Limada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing